And now it's time for Inebriated history. Oops, I mean abbreviated history.
A drunk retelling of the rise of the Hollywood summer blockbuster, Extravaganza. All right. Listen up, film nerds, cinephiles, and people who just came for the air conditioning. I'm going to tell you how summer blockbusters became the reason we now sit in a freezing movie theater in July watching explosions with our faces full of Sour Patch Kids. Buckle up, Spielbergers. It all started with sharks. Giant, vengeful, man-eating sharks. 1975. A little movie called Jaws comes out, directed by a babby-faced Steven Spielberg, who looked like he still got carded at Blockbuster. Now, Jaws was based on a book, and it had a giant mechanical shark named Bruce, who barely worked. John Williams music that went dun, 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 which to this day means somebody's about to die in water, and a lot of tourists who really should have stayed on the beach. Jaws was supposed to be a cheap thriller, but it turned into a frickin' national panic attack. People were afraid of bathtubs, swimming pools, puddles, toilet water, and the studios were like, wait a minute, if we scare people and release this in the summer, we make money? And thus, the blockbuster was born. Like Jesus, but with more helicopters and fewer sandals. Then comes 1977, and bam! Star Wars hits like a light-speed punch to the face. George Lucas, looking like a sentient flannel shirt, shows up with his little space opera and invents space wizards, glow sticks of death, a villain with asthma, and merchandising so powerful it probably owns half the moon now. Suddenly, summer was prime time for lasers, aliens, and sweating in a Darth Vader mask. Then, the 80s and 90s show up like, you want explosions? You want dinosaurs? You want Will Smith punching aliens? E.T. made us cry. Jurassic Park made us fear tall grass. Independence Day gave us peak America Fights space energy. Men in Black, sunglasses and sass. The Matrix? We all wore trench coats in July for no reason. Hot, sweaty, sci-fi rebellion, baby. But wait, not all blockbusters go boom. Titanic showed you could make a 3-hour crying simulator and still sell out theaters all summer. The Dark Knight said, hey, what if Batman but sad and sexy? And Marvel came along like a drunk frat boy with a $1 billion checkbook and said, what if we made 53 movies and called it one story? Now, you can't sneeze in summer without hitting a multiverse or a muscle-bound dude named Chris. So what is a blockbuster? Well, now it means $200 million budget, a trailer that drops during the Super Bowl, and a release date in July where you and 600 people go, shh, I missed the part where the raccoon fights the moon. Final thoughts from Uncle Popcorn. The summer blockbuster is America's way of saying, we may be emotionally repressed and over-air conditioned, but damn it, we love a slow-mo car chase and a one-liner delivered while falling from a helicopter. They started with a shark. And now we have Vin Diesel in space talking about family every 5 minutes. So grab your popcorn, your 94-ounce soda, and your dignity, and go enjoy something that cost more to make than your town's hospital. Roll credits, baby.
This inebriated history was, made possible with VideoGen.